Hello and welcome back to Cobblemon World. Today we are continuing the session from last episode, as we actually ended up recording quite a bit last week. In this episode, we make our fully self-sufficient rose quartz farm in preparation for the grander prize of the assemblage of our rare candy factory. Without further ado, I invite you all to sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Alright, now it is just us. We are away from the Chaos crew and back to the way things should be. Alone. That was good fun though. I actually enjoyed that. I was very surprised to have won each of them. To be fair, I'm sure if they locked in, it would have been much more challenging. Bryce was definitely the most challenging. It was the closest. But there was definitely gag teams. Like the Lopunny Master and unfortunately the guy who hasn't played since the very beginning, which is Vic. Blippa Blup. And Jordan, I guess we lucked out by choosing Evie. Out of his three teams. I don't know how good his red team is and his fire team is, but I was a little concerned. I do think, looking back at it, I could have won if I took the matchup. I think I could have swept him with Dragapult. When I said this was going to be a Cobblemon focused video, that is not what I had in mind, but it just adds to the theming. I guess that makes it so it's actually legitimately a Cobblemon themed episode. It's not just going to be us creating things that are for Cobblemon. And now, with the anticipated comeuppance of our battle against Jordan, I guess we should probably make that HP Candy Farm. We should probably make both of these Rose Quartz compartments separate buildings. And if not separate buildings, at least have them export into two different storage units. There's a lot of space for us to work with. So I think to start us off, we're going to want a good amount of cobblestone piled up, because we're going to need cobblestone for some of these bits. And currently, cobblestone is just laying dormant, right? We're not getting all the cobblestone that we could be getting. So I think we should start another big stockpile of cobblestone going on over here. I'm thinking along this wall, to be honest. There we go. And they should all be going straight down to the bottom. Yep, there we go. It's working. Actually, it looks pretty secure. The building will benefit from be the closest to this one would have to be the soul sand. We have got a sand outlet right here, but it's still quite far away. So we're gonna want sand, which we won't need to crush. We just need space for it to come out. So let's say we're gonna have this along here. Then we can have cobblestone come in here. Wait. Huh. I didn't account for the fact that I only set this up so I could crush cobblestone. Fuck it. Change of plan. We are not going to extend the reach of the crushing building. That one there. We're not going to extend the reach of that. We are just going to crush cobblestone here as well. We have the RPM to do it. We can fuck around. Awesome. Great start. So yeah, I actually need it to be like that just so we can actually let it keep going. So for now, we are going to need to divert that course. And we'll block this off for now. Wait, that's perfect! I didn't even think about the fact that this is going to rotate them in the right direction. Oh, fuck yes. Alright, so this will make the sand. That's good. I'm just praying. Fuck. It's just occurred to me that we are still going to have excess. Gravel, when making gravel, this still happens. That's fine. We can just, do one of these. So what this will do is it will only bring sand out of this one and anything else out into this one. And we can do whatever we want with that, right? I was going to have it go this way, but then it would interfere with the cobblestone line, which is, we can't have that. But this is good. We now have our sand being distributed out and isolated, which is good. Then we need the sand to be haunted. Can we? There is a haunting sale. And we can make it. We can make the fuck out of that. Haunting sale complete. So now anything that isn't sand will go in there. Not even I can fit in there. That's great. But items can. Items can. But items can. Let's fucking go. Oh my god. That's not what we want. Do this, and then we do denial list. So anything that isn't sand will go here, anything that is sand will go here. Now what we're gonna want to do, bring this across, do this, spin it around. Once we get fans blowing through these, anything that's in this block will start getting haunted. So this will all become soul sand, and that'll be that part done. We'll set this to soul sand, and then it'll come out, get washed here, turn into quartz, it'll go through. Oh, and then we should probably store quartz as well, right? Okay, no, I'm gonna stop being weird about it. This is just going to be the quartz farm. It's such an annoying little system you have to do that, but it's good enough. That'll do. So currently cobblestone is being crushed down into gravel. Now the gravel is being crushed down into sand. Yep, very good. It's been split. Now the sand is being haunted, and it will only pass if that is successful. There we go. If everything's correct, yep, there we go. 64 soul sand inside this. It's all moving at about the right speed, which is nice. Okay, so the soul sand will move along here. Then we do this. Perfect. That's about as compact as we can get it, and it's not that compact, so that's saying a lot. Fans just suck. That's all I've got to say. That is if you want to be efficient, right? Because we could just do one of these. It would still get the job done. This will wash it all. I'm trying to think, do I want it to just be utility, or should I be able to look inside of this place? So I'm thinking the way I want to get this out is just to have a chest here, and then do something like this, right? Place that there. Obviously gonna replace that, and do that. I mean, fuck, we can just do this. Because that'll be poking out of the building. So I think we could have a cute little wall here with all the things that are being made be brought out here. But where would that be going? What? Wait, that's so sick! I was literally just meant to make a joke that they're fucking kissing, and then it did it for me! Self-made jokes, guys! They write themselves! Okay, yeah, and then... Oh! Mistake. Oh, mistaking. Not soul sand. Ow, that could have been catastrophic. There we go. Hey, brilliant. Now all the soul sand should be back in. Very good. And then we'll make it daytime. Yeah, alright. I think I'll opt out of making this a building we can enter. It'll just be an aesthetic building. And then, once we place this, it should only accept quartz and gold. I forgot about that part. But yep, it worked. How much quartz is that? 69! Oh, that's good. Alright, now we have unlimited quartz. Alright, well, that is officially one part of this done. So we'll check those off, even though I was supposed to do the tabs in a different order. That's fine. That's that part done. We now have unlimited quartz. And technically unlimited gold. It's not a lot, but it's an amount. The amount is amounting. But when we actually want to make a gold farm, we will make a different one than this. I guess, yeah, next is the beetroot farm. But I think before we move to the beetroot farm, we should make this look nice. I think we've done a good enough job. I think it makes it satisfactory. Plus, it allows me to fully maneuver all the actual mechanics, which is important. Sometimes. Just in case anything breaks, that shouldn't. For the beetroot farm, obviously, we will need beetroot seeds, and I don't actually know whether or not this farm keeps the beetroot seeds. So let's find out. That makes sense. Okay. I reckon we do it right here. Okay, wow, this is actually a lot easier than this was, because we were pretty much already done. We just need to attach this to this now, and then create an output for the storage, because that's it. That's literally it. If I just flick this, it should just work infinitely. Okay, now it should work. There we go. And back. Okay, so that's gonna take the seeds as well, and we probably don't want that. Add a void upgrade to it. There it is, and boom. That'll pick up our beetroot seeds. One of these, boom. Take this off, throw this, and that picks it up. Brilliant. Now anything that isn't beetroot or sugarcane will go there, which is literally only beetroot seeds, unless something somehow gets into the system that isn't supposed to be there. But even then, we'll be fine, because it'll go into the trash. Or it'll clog up the space, in which case, fuck. Alright, even though it looks basic as fuck, it exists now. Honestly, a lot smaller than I was expecting. I mean, we could have done one big building for this, which I think could have looked cool, but I kind of like the way this was. That's impressive. But with that building being put together completely, beetroot farm, sugarcane farm. Oh. I guess I forgot about that part. I mean, we could create like a little outpost here because it's not going to be a huge thing. Well, that should do the trick. Okay. So, on one hand, sugarcane is being heavily... Like sugarcane is taking the lead in this factory by a landslide. Because, as we can see, we have already got sugarcane backed up, ready to go. However, red dye, slowing us down quite a bit. 304 redstone is already a good amount, because it does make these in 4s, which is good. Now, we can tick off redstone, which means both parts of the rose quartz resource farming is done. We just need to actually make the rose quartz, which I think we will do next episode, because this has been a long one, and I'm tired. Hello, and welcome back to Cobblemon World. Today, we are going to continue this. I don't know why I'm doing an intro, because I'm probably not going to do the outro that I did earlier, because turns out everything I did for last session was actually too much for one episode. Yeah, the stuff you're going to see in this episode at the beginning, and the Frilleggie versus the Chaos Crew, that was all supposed to be in one episode. But no, we don't have time for that. We are going to continue working on our rare candy farm, because that is a necessity. And I'm trying my best to figure out how I want to do this, because we're actually at the easy part now, which is just getting these two to intersect somewhere. I guess we could just do it above us. This should work. This should be everything we need. We'll place it like this. Oh, no, we won't. Oopsies. I forget that that's how that works. And this is what we need to do. Okay, let's get some shoots. We might need shoots for this part. Okay, there we go. We'll set this to equal 8. So it only takes 8. It only gives 8 at a time, because we don't want to overfill things. And just to keep it looking kind of nice, we'll stretch this out a bit. We'll do that. This will take in anything it receives. And then we'll do this. This should work. We'll use this rose quartz to filter out this, to make sure it only ever outputs rose quartz. This mechanism should do the trick. I don't see any issues with it. Let's go ahead and grab a storage drawer. Okay, this contraption is one of the coolest items in Create, and you're about to see why once we set up the next part. And this is why. Ready for this? Oh, and in it goes! Now, it's not showing immediately at the top, but if I do this, rose quartz comes out. This will officially be our rose quartz storage. Now, obviously with rose quartz, usually for it to be useful, we need to turn it into polished rose quartz, right? But that is not the case. With this, we want to store the regular rose quartz because that is what's used to make EXP quartz. EXP quartz are used to make, obviously, these very pretty blocks, but they are also used to make this, which is used to make this, which is used to make this. You see? It also is used to make that, which these hand in hand are both very, very useful items for their own right. Leveling up lower level creatures. This is good for leveling up lower level Pokemon, while this one is good for higher level ones that really aren't benefiting much from minor EXP boosts. However, I just realized that that is just not effective at all, because it takes 4 of these to make that, and this is really easy to make. So no, we aren't doing that. But okay, I think it's time to open the floodgates. See how this goes. Oh, I'm excited. I forgot the most important part. Here we go. And off it goes. And the next. Look at that. I think sometimes it sends 2 at a time. Is that right? Yeah. If it stacks up, I see. Oh, this is brilliant. Okay, but we have already run out of redstone, which seems that the thing that's going to bottleneck this whole production the most is the lack of beetroots. Because if we see here, we've already got like sugar and all that waiting for us. I'm not sure how much, well, a significant amount more than the red dye, right? Red beetroot. So I think this is one of those towers that are going to be worked on. We need to build upwards with it, I think. But for the meantime, this does just fine. We're not in any desperate rush. Our first stack of rose quartz from our setup, which is brilliant. And now, let's go ahead and haunt this. The rare candy aspect will eventually be automated, but since we're not like loaded with rose quartz yet, we can just do it manually. So let's take the haunting sail down to our first workshop where we can replace one of the fans with it. Place the smoking sail. The smoking sail is not that significant. All right, and let's go ahead and get cooking. There we go. It was taking a while and I was starting to shit myself. That's the wrong words. And then we can go ahead and do this. And here we go. Look at it go. These are used to make this, and then these are used to make that. So empty schematics, that's also something we might want to automate the creation of, which seems bizarre. But it's also just a really shitty thing to make, because It does it individually. You'll see what I mean. So, in here it's fine because we have the stack upgrade, but this is how it looks in our inventory, which is kind of shitty. But it's fine when you have the crafting upgrade like this. So you can just do it like this, which, granted, still annoying, but it could be worse. Okay, we are out. So we only get 16 rare candies, but we do get 16 rare candies, which is awesome. And to start us off, let's get Tinkerton to level 100. Look at her, level 100. Let's fucking go. So we can officially say that we have got fully automated production of rose quartz. Whilst it's not effective, it is fully automatic and will keep going forever. Unless something breaks somehow, which I don't think that's possible. Unless someone does something about it, in which case it is possible. But that would suck. That is out of my control. But now we've got this, we are, I mean, we're looking pretty now. Like, I won't be making rare candies 24/7. But now, whenever I feel like I need rare candies, I need levels, I can just come over here and grab some of this and do what we need to do. That being said, we cannot say we have made a rare candy farm until it is automatically producing these. Until these are going to appear in a vault when I hover over it, we have not made a rare candy factory. And I will not rest until that day comes. Just kidding, I will rest. I actually will rest quite a bit, but I won't be satisfied. I won't be happy about it. I mean, I gotta go to work, so it's like, kind of have to rest. Well, I don't have to, but it's alright. I got a deposit upgrade on my backpack, and that apparently works on vaults. So all of my stuff in my backpack went into the vault, so I had to remake it. Sorry, I should probably explain what I'm doing right now. Right now, I am replacing the area around here with, well, my usual structures, because I'm going to get rid of, oh wow, that was that. I'm going to get rid of most of the area beneath it, I reckon. Yeah, so I think I'm going to clear out this bit of land and just start building up, because I'm realizing even though we have a lot of room to work with still, it's not going to be enough for everything that I want to cram in here. So I think the next thing I'm going to work on is clearing out this area a bit more and making room for a finished rare candy farm. And then once you have the rare candy farm 100% assembled, this being processed into rare candies, and rare candies being a final product laid out before me without me having to do any future work, then I might actually completely disassemble this building and redo it, because I'm realizing that an upgraded version of this would leave this building redundant. We just have to go at it at a different approach. And I'm thinking what we do is we just do a tower of beetroot and sugarcane farms, because then that will really speed up the process. How? We're gonna make the drill. And by the drill, I mean the portable drill. So let's get started on that. That shouldn't be too difficult for us to make. There we go. Oh. We did it. Nice. Oh, it takes from this as well. I see. Haven't been here in a while, but here we are. Let's see, does it work? It does not. Do we have... Oh, we do! Let's fucking go. Alright, now that we've done all that, let's see how well this mines. It only seems to mine stone one by one, but I mean, this is still good as well. Oh my goodness. And it's done. Holy moly. Oh, wait, there's a little bit of you. Probably will need to clear that area out as well, but I think this will do for now. What a big area we needed to clear out. Thank God I decided to make that drill, otherwise we would have been here for a much longer time. Jesus. Alright, well, since you've opened that up, I probably should refer to the checklist again, because we have officially finished this part. Actually, I'm going to untick this part because that is not... This is storage, right? This is obviously redstone quartz, sorry, rose quartz storage, but I would like to split it. So essentially, what will be happening is this. We will have two vaults here. Both will be for holding rose quartz, but they will be serving different purposes. One will be for holding rose quartz for their own purpose, whilst the other one will be holding rose quartz to be turned into EXP candy. For example, we will have rose quartz come out of this funnel and then split evenly. 50% will go into this, 50% will go this way. That way, we can guarantee that not all of our rose quartz will be turned into EXP candy, just because we don't 100% always need rare candy. Sometimes we'll need rose quartz for other things. So that's one part done. I believe we don't have one on us. Okay. I need a andesite tunnel. So not andesite. We need a brass tunnel. This one. And that should be all we need. So place that right here. Do this. Do a split, not a forced split, because if one thing overfills, then there's no point in not distributing it elsewhere, right? Like, we don't want to bottleneck ourselves just because one isn't being used. But, just to test if this works, there we go. Beautiful. Might be better to do a round robin, just because if we do a split, whenever a singular comes through, it might always favor one side, which is not what we want. But unfortunately, that is all we have time for today. We've gotten a lot done, and I mean a lot. And no, this wasn't done in the span of one day. I'm pretty sure I mentioned somewhere that this is over the span of the whole week. And I'm recording this on the day that I had to extend to because, fuck, I've had a very, 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 very busy week with a lot of loaded information, a lot of life-changing news, and working myself to the bone. So, thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed, consider subscribing. It helps me out a ton, and you might enjoy my shit down the line. I know you will. My shit's gonna get better, and better, and better, and better, and better, and better. But until next time, take care, and bye-bye!